Hello friends, welcome back. And before starting video, I would like to appreciate you people for all the support you have. Showed to my previous videos, and keep supporting. I will be coming with more interesting topics in finance and stock related stuff. And as promised, I am back with one more interesting stock that has really made a huge sound in the recent times, and it is nothing. No one but ONGC. Okay, the recent development by the government has made a huge rally in this stock. I would like to suggest you, um, uh, before investing in any stock, please do research about what exactly the company does, because uh, mm, uh, there i- there are large amount of new investor came into the game in this lockdown. Okay, and looking at the rally, they invest without understanding what exactly the company does, and in the long term they are going to suffer a lot because they have never seen what exactly the company does. If they don't understand the business, they won't be understanding what's happening with the stock. So what exactly I'm trying to say is, before investing in any stock, please do your research about what exactly the company does. Then only you can understand what's happening in the stock value. Okay, so yeah, so hope you know what exactly the ONGC makes. ONGC is an India's leading oil and natural gas company, and it is owned by government. Almost 60% of its share is with the government. Okay, and to begin with, uh, I would always suggest you to have some such analytics that would help you to analyze easily. So that's why I come with interesting charts which I personally make, and I share with my readers, my subscribers, and my clients. Okay, so let's begin. So to begin with, I would like to show you the chart about sales and EBIT. So we will be talking about the recent quarters. So in the recent quarter, the sales of ONGC stood at almost 83,619 crore. Okay, that's really good, because you can see in the last quarter they had made 62,496 crore. You can see the growth. Okay, it's almost 21,000 crore growth. And even in the EBIT, earning before income tax and interest, okay, there is a growth of almost 2 to 2.5. That is really good, right? Okay, so the next chart is about EBIT, interest and net profit. So why EBIT, interest and net profit? So in every quarter you can see the blue line which indicates the earning before interest and tax, that is high. But when you look at the yellow portion, that is low. Why? Because of the red, that is interest. So the companies as ONGC, which are into the manufacturing, they really run with a large amount of debt. Okay, so because of the debt, they have to pay the interest. So when you look at the red color, in the chart, it is dropping year by year. That is really good for ONGC and its investor, which means they are paying back their debt. So in the recent quarter, they made almost 9,000 crore as their earning, EBIT, and the profit stood at 5,190, 5,150 crores, which is very good compared to the June quarter. In June 2020, it was profit was 1,650, and in September it is 5,150 crore. That is really good, right? So its sales is growing, EBIT is growing, net profit is growing, interest is reducing, which is really good point for the ONGC and ONGC investors. Next comes the reserve and surplus. It is doing good. Okay, the best part is cash flow from the operating activities. So you take any stock in the market and look at its operating cash flow from the operating activities. If it is in positive, then that is the big point to investing. Okay, so forget about the positive. The ONGC earning from its operating activities is almost 70,248 crores. That's really good, right? So out of 6 points, ONGC has got 6 out of 6 till now. We will look further what happens. Okay, yeah. So the current market price of an ONGC is 98 rupees, and the outstanding share is almost, yeah, 1258 crore, 2,80,000. That's really good, man. So the important graph comes here. Earning per share. Okay. What does EPS reflects? The total earning they have made divided by outstanding shares from 23.81 in March 2019 to 8.67 in 2020. That's really very big drop. Okay, that's really big drop. One need to think about. Okay, though the outstanding share number is increasing, the earning is reducing because of a decrease in demand. Okay, but after lockdown, once again, the economical activities has been, I mean, the business are back with their boom and they are doing really well. So in the recent quarter also they made good number of sales and profit. So I hope the EPS will grow in the coming year, right? The one more, that is one bad point for the ONGC. The next bad point which I'm going to talk about is dividend. Though this company is paying really good dividend year to year, I mean from the years, but when you look at year to year, yeah, the year the dividend is continuously dropping from 8.5 in March 2016 to dividend 5 rupees in 2000, I mean 20. That's really bad. One has to look after the dividend payout also, because many people do uh, their valuation based on the dividend, just like discounted cash flow. Dividend cash flow also matters. So uh, for them this ratio, that is dividend per share, really matters. So if you are a dividend, I mean when you look at the dividend, that is really performing bad for the ONGC. So let's hope for the good for the coming years, because um, the government also made sure that they are going to pay huge amount of dividend in order to help investors in this pandemic. So that was the only reason behind the rally. In the recent rally, many people have invested because government has announced for the long term investor they are going to pay a large amount of dividend. So let's hope for the good, and if you're a long term investor, you're going to get huge benefit from this investment. So another important graph is ROCE, which is dropping year to year. That is return on capital employed. When you look at the analysis, one should always make sure they look at the operating profit margin and the return on capital employed. There are companies which has got good profit margin, but the return on capital employed may not be good. So here the ONGC year to year they are performing really bad on the return on capital employed. So this is one more bad point about the, yeah. So debt to equity I have already explained you. It has got very less debt compared to other manufacturing companies, especially in the I mean oil and gas. But it is under the limit. Okay, it is within the limit, so you don't have to worry. It is doing good in terms of debt to equity also. Interest coverage ratio. Always in, I mean explained you about what exactly the interest coverage ratio is. It's about total earning divided by the expenses they made on the interest they have taken from, that is the debt they have taken from. So it should be always greater than 1, because when you look at the earning above and in the denominator, if it is, I mean interest, if it is more, then obviously it will be less than 1. If it is greater than 1, which shows that the earning is much more than the interest. Though it has been reduced from 10.07 to 4.86, but still it is more than 1. It's almost 5. So interest coverage ratio is also good. So ONGC is moving in a good direction. And the last is evaluation ratios. Um, so PE PE is reducing. That is good. Year to year, the PE is reducing, which means earning. I mean price to earning. So you should compare with the competitors in order to understand how exactly the ONGC is performing. Price to book value is also reducing. That is not, yeah. EV by EBITDA. So many of the analysts use EP and EV by EBITDA. Lower the PE and EV by EBITDA, it is good to invest in that stock. Okay, and even P by S should be less than 1, and here it is doing really well. So overall, ONGC is doing well in the long, for the long term investor. ONGC is a good, and this is for the educational